Hello everyone, Emily here. I hope everyone's happy and healthy and having a great day. It is a very gloomy Saturday here near Des Moines, Iowa, the capital of Iowa. Excuse me, I must have a couple of frogs that don't want to go away in my throat. I wanted to share with you this Granny Square Red Heart Inspiration skein I received. Now my friend went to Walmart. In the clearance aisle, they had a big box full of these. There was, I think, 3 different colors. There was a blue, a green, and this one. She bought all the yarn that was there. She got me 21 skeins. I think 11 was this color. I had 4 of the blues, and the majority of the colors that I received was the green. Green's my favorite color, so I can't wait to do that one. I want to see how many squares I can get out of a skein so I know how many blocks I'll have to make my blanket. Anyway, she only paid $1 a piece, and they were originally $7.48. So you can see that, oh my goodness, I was so tickled pink when she picked these up for me. So I got 21 skeins for $21. Saved over $100, and I'm just excited to use it. I've never bought it before. I purchased this type. I saw videos on people using it, and they said it just didn't add up perfect. I'm sure you have to have the right tension, all that good stuff. Whoa, frogs. Okay, so I have been using this. I'll show you the ones I finished. Aren't they pretty? Oh my goodness, they're just pretty. They all have come out the same. And you can see, I believe this one was my first one. No, that's not it. And I'm going to show you how I made the colors come out. This one I couldn't help because there wasn't enough of the white. So I do have that one right there, but that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfecto. And here I ran out of the yellow. And so you can see when I started doing orange, it turned to orange before. This one was the first square I made, and I went up with the yellow when I should have ended it instead of going to, I wanted to see how much off it would be, but after that first row, I thought, no, I'm going to end it where it's supposed to end because I don't want this going on through my whole blanket. And this is the one I'm working on now. So I am ending the colors when they need to be. And I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm just going to finish this one off. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the light. Now on the back of the cover of the yarn, it does have instructions. I do not follow instructions well. Let's just put it that way. I did read the instructions, tried to follow the instructions, and I have made granny squares before. After I followed the instructions a little bit, I decided that the only thing I was keeping from the instructions, I don't even know because I'm not good at following instructions, was the 3 single crochets in the corner, which I usually only do 2. But I wanted to keep it really similar to what was on the instructions, only because that's how much yarn they allowed for. This crochet hook is a 5.5, which is, I think, pretty large. This yarn feels pretty soft. And what else was I going to say? See, when I start digging into the next color at the end, I'm kind of panicking, thinking I'm not going to have enough. So when I finish one, I feel really good. So let's start the next one. Now the instructions say to put a slip knot on your hook. And to chain 4. I did play around with the tension of how I'm crocheting. I think that has a lot to do with it coming out the way it's supposed to. I'm going to go into the very first chain and do a slip stitch. Then it says to chain 6. Now I'm going to go back into that center. I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to be doing double crochets. I'm going to do a set of 3, 2, 3, and I'm going to chain 3 because in each corner we have a chain of 3. It does make the project lay flat pretty nicely. And I'm trying not to do my stitches really tight. So they're kind of loose. I'm not pulling them really tight. I'm going to chain 3 at the end of my set of 3 double crochets. And I'm going to do another set of 3 double crochets. I gotta say, I do like this yarn. I'm going to chain 3. So we want 4 sets of the 3 double crochets. So the first chain 3 is 1 double crochet. So we're only going to put 2 more in the opening. Oops, there we go. So 1, 2, and the chain 3 is counted as the third one. I'm going to go into the third chain. You can see I have 2 strands on top. And I'm going to do a slip stitch. Pull some yarn out, got that next color coming through. I am going right into this corner, the opening, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Now this worked out really, really well with the color change. And I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to yarn over. And this chain, the chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. So now we have 1, 2, 3 double crochets. Is my set, and I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to do another set of my 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to chain 1 because this is not my corner. This is the middle. This is my corner, and in my corner, I'm going to do 2 sets of 3 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to chain 3 for my corner. I'm going to do another set of 3 double crochets. I'm going to chain 1. My next corner, I'm going to do the same thing. Repeat that pattern. I am going to make as many squares as I can with all of this color yarn that I have. And chain 3 here. And do another set of 3 double crochets. And then I'm going to sew them together with white yarn. I think I'm going to go around each one with a single crochet of white. Chain 1, my next corner. And then I will sew them together with white to make a nice big blanket. That's my plan. So there's 3. I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to do a set of 3 double crochets again in the same corner. Now you can do this with a different type of yarn, of course. You can do it with the same color yarn. You can buy different skeins and do your own. I'm just real excited to do this yarn because I've never used it before. So I'm going to chain my 1 here. We're going to get ready to connect it. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to go into that top chain. I have 2 strands up on top. Pull my yarn. Oops, you know what? Look at that. Look at all that orange. And I don't want it to go into my next round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where the colors change. I'm going to go into that stitch, that chain 3. I'm going to grab right where that color is changing. And I'm going to pull it through, all the way through. Now I'm just going to pull this yarn tight. Now you can see we have a loop of that orange, okay? We're just going to pull it tight and leave it there. And I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you can see my color changed really well. This I'm not going to worry about because I will come back later. You can bury it. Or, okay, so I cut them apart. So I have one piece on each side. I'm going to tie a knot, and I'm not going to do it too tight. I'm going to tie a knot, and the second knot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around, but then I'm going to take it and wrap it around again. Like so. And then I'm going to pull that one tight. Okay, so now you can bury these ends if you want to, or you can just cut them off. I think I'm going to do one more knot just to be on the safe side. And you can cut them off, or you can bury them. It's totally up to you. You could even leave those on and weave them through and then bury them over here with your crocheting. So I chained 3. I'm going to put one more because the 3 are going to be a double crochet, and then chain 1 in between each one except for the edges. We're going to chain 3. I hope that made sense. So we're here at the corner. We're going to do 3 double crochets. Love this purple. We're going to chain 3, and if you've crocheted a long time, it might not be too hard to make sure that your tension is the same. That is going to help. Keep your stitches, or make sure that the yarn is measuring. Ooh, I got some wind coming in here. Okay. I'm going to chain 1. Excuse me, this frog in my throat is there to stay. Okay, I'm going to do 3 in the sides with one single chain in between. And another 3 after that chain 3. Now the reason I knew when to end the color of white at the end is, number 1, I looked on the picture to count how many. I'm sure it told me in the instructions, but of course I don't follow instructions. So I saw that it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. And when I get done with the white, the yellow from the beginning is right there. Now this is really nice for someone like me that doesn't know how to pick colors, I want to say. The colors that match. I really like to use colors that don't match, and the colors on here, they really go well together, and it's no brainer for me. So I really like that. And I think the other skein I have with the green is green, white, black. I'm not sure what the other color is. It's not in this room for me to see. This will just be so pretty. And this is, what is it? This is May, so this is the perfect time to start making your Christmas presents. We all know it takes time to make these beautiful gifts for your grandkids, brother, sister, your loved ones, your spouse. So you got to get started now. I don't know, but it seems like if I make one crochet blanket for one grandchild, everybody wants one. So you can see here, my chain 4, 3 for the double crochet, and 1 for that goes in between. So now I only need to do 2 double crochets in this opening. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go right in there. I got 2 strands on top, and I'm going to bring it all the way through. Oh, look at how perfect that worked out for my new color. 1, 2, 3, because that's going to be my double crochet. Yarn over, and I have my next set of 3. Now when I look at it, look at there, you can see like this yellow's right here in the front, and you know what, I don't really like that look. I just don't. So I'm going to take this apart. I'm not going to go all the way down to here, but I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to go into that chain like I did, do my slip stitch, but I'm going to go back into this opening, pull my yarn through, do a slip stitch, and I'm going to chain 3. So now I have started my next set of 3 with this 3 double crochets. I have my 3 chains. That's my first double crochet, and I'm going to do 2 more. And chain 1. And remember, in between here on the sides, it's only 1, and in the corners, it's always 3. So if you were using one color to make your square, you could just keep going and make it as big as you want to. Now I am doing this on one side, but when you get to the end of each one, you can always turn it over so that you have your blanket, which is like double-sided. Mine's is just one-sided. So you can just keep going until you get to the white and end it, and then start all over. I'm really happy with this yarn. I don't want to waste yarn. I feel like some of the other ones I had like long pieces that were too much. I haven't run into where I've had like a total of 3 not enough, so I'm really happy with that. Would I buy this yarn again? At $1? Definitely. 7 something for a skein is a little expensive for me for this type of yarn, so I might not pay full price for it, but I do think it's definitely worth a try. And I'm just really happy that I don't have to change colors, and that the colors are just there for me. I mean, I don't have to think about my color choice. And I've seen a lot of videos where people say they don't like it because it doesn't come out perfect. But you know what? Just cut off the extra. You don't have to keep going. So that's my review on this yarn. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a great day. Stay safe. Please come back and see what I'm doing. I have 4,000 subscribers. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. I'm just tickled to death that 4,000 people, at least 4,000 people, have looked at my video and at least liked one and subscribed. Well, you guys stay safe. Have a great day, and I will be back soon. Thank you. Bye.